The morning sky was heavy and grey, and a fine drizzle fell over the small cemetery. People dressed in black stood in silence around the coffin. The soft sound of rain mixed with the quiet sobs of a woman, Anna, the widow. The priest was about to say his final words when a sudden noise broke the stillness. Footsteps, fast, stumbling over the wet stones. Everyone turned their heads. A boy, no older than 9, was running toward them. His brown hair was soaked, plastered to his forehead, his face a mix of fear and determination. In his arms, wrapped in a blue blanket, he carried a newborn baby. The priest stopped, confused. "Son, what is happening?" he asked, stepping forward. The boy halted in front of the coffin, gasping for air. "Please, wait," he shouted, his voice trembling. "He needs to meet his father." A murmur rippled through the mourners. Anna, pale and shaking, took a step forward. "Oh, whose baby is that?" she asked, her voice trembling. "Who are you, child?" The boy clutched the blanket tighter and whispered, "My name is Lucas, and this is your son." Anna's heart nearly stopped. The people around them exchanged confused looks. "What?" she stammered. "My son? That's impossible." Lucas looked at the coffin, then back at her. "My brother asked me to bring him here. He said this baby couldn't be left alone." The priest frowned. "Your brother?" "Who is your brother, child?" The boy took a deep breath, tears mixing with the rain. He's the man you're burying today." Silence fell over the crowd. Even the rain seemed to stop for a moment. Ina's legs nearly gave out. "Is this some kind of cruel joke?" she whispered, her voice breaking. "No, Mom," Lucas replied with the heartbreaking honesty only a child could have. "He came to see me 3 days ago. He said he had done a lot of bad things, but that this baby deserved a chance. He asked me to take care of him and to bring him to you, so he wouldn't grow up without a mother." Anna looked down at the baby, who was sleeping peacefully despite the cold drizzle. Her hands trembled. I thought my baby had died," she murmured. "They told me he was stillborn." Lucas wiped his wet face with his sleeve. "He told me the baby lived, but that someone took him away. He said he didn't have the courage to face you. He was afraid." The priest placed a hand on Anna's shoulder. "Anna, maybe the boy is telling the truth." The crowd watched in silence, some crying softly. Anna knelt in front of Lucas. "Did he say anything else?" she asked, her eyes glistening. Lucas nodded. "He said to tell you he still loved you, that he never meant to hurt you, and that if you ever forgave him, you should look up at the sky and say, 'Now you can rest.'" Anna's tears poured freely. She held the baby close, feeling the tiny heartbeat against her chest. "Did he look like his father?" she asked, touching the baby's face. "Yes," Lucas smiled faintly. "He has the same eyes." The rain began to fall harder, and the priest decided to end the ceremony, though in a different way. "Today," he said softly, "we are not only saying goodbye to a man, we are also celebrating the life he left behind, and the love that outlived his mistakes." Anna lifted her eyes to the grey sky. "I forgive you," she whispered. "You can rest now." A thunder rumbled in the distance, and a sudden ray of sunlight broke through the clouds, shining directly onto the coffin. The baby stirred and let out a tiny cry, a sound that felt like the world beginning again. Anna turned to Lucas. "You were very brave, sweetheart. Where is your mother?" The boy lowered his head. "I don't have a mother. She died when I was little." Anna took a deep breath. "Then, now you do." Lucas blinked in disbelief. "Me?" "Yes," Anna smiled through her tears. "You brought my son back to me, and I'll take care of both of you." The boy smiled shyly, tears of relief mixing with the rain once more. As the coffin was lowered into the ground, Anna held the baby in one arm and Lucas's hand in the other. The rain stopped completely, replaced by a deep, peaceful silence. The priest looked at them and whispered, "Sometimes God chooses the smallest hands to carry the greatest miracles." Lucas looked up at the sky and murmured, with the simple faith only a child could have, "I did it, brother. He's with her now. You can rest." And in that moment, in the midst of sorrow, forgiveness, and love, everyone felt that something sacred had happened there. It was not the end of a life, but the beginning of another.